Welcome back. Let's go. We have PGSK here, otherwise known as Mikey, going to be running Super Mario Galaxy 2 here at SHARCOM. You can go ahead and take it away, PGSK.
This is gonna be a long one with like a lot of downtime, so I think we can just hop into it without any hold-ups. Do I give like a countdown or something before I start? I honestly forgot how we do this. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so first up, have the prologue, which is... There actually has been a skip found here recently, believe it or not, but it's like incredibly inconsistent, and thus no one goes for it. Basically skips like one of the cutscenes at the end, because the big problem with this game is that there's like a lot of unskippable cutscenes, which like really breaks up the pacing. Kind of the problem with Galaxy 1 as well. So that's why generally the Galaxy games aren't as... Oh, well, I was going for a boost off of there. The Galaxy games aren't as popular for running as like some of the other Mario games. But they're still pretty cool. Yeah, so basically this cutscene right here, they found a way to skip it recently. Otherwise we kinda just sit through it, mashing the A button. Which you might have noticed. Oh, were you gonna say anything?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, this is like the Japanese version, right?
The Chinese, actually.
Chinese.
Yeah, I have a Chinese disc. That's the optimal version. It was thought it's only optimal for any percent, and that Japanese Wii U VC is optimal for the other categories, but recently they actually found out that Chinese is optimal for, I think, like every category. I think it might depend on like the specific disk drive you have in your console. Yeah, I'm using a Wii U, but which I think all Wii U's have the same disk drive, but the original Wii's have like many different ones. So yeah, it's like all over the place. But basically, Chinese has super fast text, so it like makes up for the loads being slightly slower than they are on like Virtual Console. Okay. Little scuffed on the movement, but that's fine. As long as we get where we're going. You might have noticed I have two cursors on the screen, as well as the orange Luma next to me. And that's because I'm literally playing with two Wiimotes velcroed together. So I can take advantage of the game's two-player mode, which doesn't isn't as much of like an advantage as it is in Galaxy 1, where it literally allows you to do like higher jumps and stuff like that, but it still makes a bunch of things like a lot easier. Or safer, I guess. Okay. Let's see what this guy has to say. Okay.
I just like the idea of you having two Wiimotes just Velcro tied together. Something about that's pretty interesting to me.
That was a little scary right there, because if you shoot him with a star bit, like the moment the cutscene is meant to start, you can soft lock the game, so that was kinda close. I think it is frame perfect though, and the game runs at 60 FPS, so it's like you're really unlucky if you get it, but yeah, I can post a picture of how the Wiimotes look like in the SHARCOM server later. Because, yeah, I usually when I do runs for like smaller marathons, I like people are curious about that. Yeah, we can't really just mash through the text here, because we have to hold to make the text go faster. Then we have to like repress the button to skip it. So that's why there is like the amount that Chinese disk saves like depends on how optimal you can be with the text skipping, which I'm probably not very much personally, so I don't think I get the full time save, but still get like a couple seconds for sure.
I think in a little bit we'll have Seasoner on comms. They said they would join if needed or if wanted, so
Yeah, it's just like it's not really that I wouldn't be able to like talk or anything. It's just there's like a lot of stuff in this game that you like get through most of the things you wanna say, and then they kind of just repeat themselves in other levels. So there's not. It's kind of hard to come up with what to talk about for 3.5 hours. Okay, kind of skip like. I think the intended way there is to like get on top of the house and like fall through to the other side here, but instead we can just long jump over the fence or just jump over it in any other means, since I used to not do the long jump for a while. Okay, here is where the second player controller kinda comes into play, because that bullet bill can be really annoying if you don't have the second controller, because obviously you can't like freeze him in place like that. Okay. Ideally, we wanna grab our first one-up like a little later into the run, but... Or that's what I see people do usually, so you get the little pop-up. Like, I mean, I guess ideally you would prefer just not getting one ever, but I don't think it's really optimal to try and avoid lives for the entire run. So I just get the first one there, so I get it out of the way. So I grabbed the checkpoint at the start here in a bit of an unoptimal way, but I just wanted to make sure in case I die don't start like 17 miles away from here. Because yeah, I don't know if I've done it yet, but you can do a thing called pin cancel or something along those lines, where you can like grab something with two player, or the second player, 2P as we call him, pin, which obviously also makes Mario spin since you have the Wiimotes Velcro together, but you can immediately long jump out of that, so you like don't really lose time. That's what I usually do for the checkpoint there. I just kinda forgot about it for a second. I mean, I usually don't get it at all when I do runs, but for like marathon runs, you would prefer to be safe. Okay. So the guy... We get Yoshi! Oh, okay, missed. My bad. You wanna ground pound right on the Yoshi egg. But yeah, this is probably the most broken mechanic in the entire game. Okay, it's a little awkward. Okay, I'm gonna land here actually, because it seemed like my angle was like really off. And because if I was facing forward towards the platform, it would have been fine, because I can like slowly make my way there, but since I was facing backwards, I would not be able to move that way. Would probably be able to jump off Yoshi to like make it there, but then I would have to wait for another one, and yeah, it would be awkward. Was hoping to grab the Yoshi egg there and break it as I was making my way up, but 2P didn't really feel like cooperating. Fine. But yeah, basically we can like alternate crouching and fluttering to achieve what's called infinite flutter, even though there should be like a little star next to it, because it's not actually infinite. There is actually a strat in Grandmaster, which is the very last galaxy in this game, which we don't get anywhere near in the any percent run, because it's in post-game, obviously, where you like remount the Yoshi in midair so you can get more distance. And I think there's one in the previous level, technically, but it's TAS only. I've never seen anyone actually do it. Okay, wait. That angle got kinda cooked. Okay,
Oh,
now
wow.
that's working. Yeah, you can kinda just... Ideally you wanna make it with the first Yoshi. Don't have to wait for the other one, but... yeah, I do it in like a way where I usually have to jump off. But thankfully that actually worked fine this time, because in my last marathon run I kept like losing my momentum after the a camera swap for some reason. I blame the fact I wasn't playing on my own setup at the time. Oh god, okay, this is probably not gonna get the strat here. Of course not. Yeah, ideally you wanna hit him with one of the guys and then grab another one before he gets hit. Because they like despawn when he gets hit. Oh god. Okay, yeah, this is awkward. Now we have to wait for him to do his thing again.
I guess while
Oh,
this is
God.
happening, we got a $3.10. I don't know what that converts to in pounds, but donation from Ellie Axe. Even though I don't run anymore, always happy to support. Close parentheses.
Oh
Thank you for the dono.
god, can you stop moving so much? I swear it's like actually impossible to hit this guy. Okay, that should hit. Jesus Christ. Okay, that was awful. I actually got there nicely and then the boss fight was just terrible. Because if you like don't either get the fast strat or like hit him when he's far away, it's like near impossible until he decides to go there again. Because he just keeps moving so fast. But, okay, we didn't die, so...
That dono leaves us to 280 total dollars donated here. $20 away from the 300 goal, which, by the way, Tyler will sing during their run, should it be hit in the next couple of hours.
Alrighty. I'll be skipping another part here. I don't even really remember how the intended way to do this planet is, because you kinda just jump up here. I think you're supposed to like dig through the bottom. Okay, I like to kill that guy so he doesn't get in my way later. Yeah, there is a strand here where you can grab the comet medal and then make it up there with a triple jump. So you would like get up to the launch star, then lose the power up on it, and then go back for the comet medal, but it's like incredibly tight because the platform is really small, so it's like hard to fit in a triple jump because you need like a certain speed to be able to do that. Okay. Would want star bits here if I wasn't playing with 2P. Since I am, I can just do this. Because when you land there, Toad starts talking to you. And that loses time, obviously, so you wanna like stun him in some sort of way, so he's not able to talk to you. Okay, gonna see if we get lucky here. We don't. Okay, but the enemy survived, so that's nice. Because if it didn't, he would fire another one there. Oh god. Okay, well. Oh, and he killed them. Well, I guess he killed one, I killed the other one, but... Okay, cool. At least this boss fight wasn't such a travesty. Ideally, we want him to like jump towards us when we like walk into his leg, because that makes him like jump to the other side of the planet. I think he like immediately goes into the well, either firing more enemies if there aren't any, or just turns around so we can damage him. So it like makes it faster. I haven't been doing that for a while. Now I started doing it, and I feel like most of the time I get bad RNG, so that's awesome. Love to see it.
Another thing we love to see is donations. A 20 donation from Ryuk saying, let's bring that number up to 300, shall we? Good luck on the rest of the run. PGSK, you've got this. Thank you for the $20. That brings us to 300 total, which means, Tyler, you're gonna have to bring out the karaoke during your run.
Yo, thanks for the good luck, by the way. I'm definitely gonna need it. Okay, that ledge grab wasn't planned there, but yeah, we're gonna skip some things here. We should be flipping the gravity to the other side, but instead we can kind of just skip that. Okay. Oh, okay, didn't even realize. It didn't even seem like I bonked on the guy. That was weird. Okay, so with the fireballs we can do a thing where we like match the Z button as we spam them, which makes us able to spam them faster. Can be very helpful. Another section we can just completely skip. Oh, okay, I was like... Usually one spin is enough there to reach the star, but I guess I was way too far away from it. Okay, and near the beginning of the level you might have noticed a green pipe. Not the very first one that we have to enter, but another one that we kind of just went by. So we are gonna go there now. Oh, and also we can skip cutscenes in levels after we have already entered them before. That's why that was skippable this time, but not the first one. Okay. Quick minigame for this guy. Gotta break all the boxes in 20 seconds. Okay, that was a little awkward, but... You can do these like really quickly, but I'm not particularly amazing at them. And I say these because there will be one more like way later, which has basically the exact same concept. It just has like a different layout of the boxes. Oh, I forgot. Usually we want to backflip onto the button, but after cutscenes like that, we face forward, so we just walk up to it. Okay, now we are gonna do not the level that we should be doing on our first visit. We're gonna be doing the secret one first, which has us collect 100 coins. Okay, I did the triple, so I collect all of those coins. I kinda didn't, but it's fine. The main thing is... What?
I remember these guys.
Oh. Yeah, so the main thing here is to not miss a coin in this, or the first two parts of this section, I guess, because then the rest doesn't spawn, and that loses us with way too many coins. And here too, I guess. Okay, should have perfectly 100. Nice. Okay. It's ideal, because then we have 0 coins at the end of this, which is what we want, because it doesn't give us an extra text box after the level. Because anytime you collect like star bits or coins, you get like a new high score kind of thing at the end of levels, which you wanna avoid as much as you can. And you might be wondering, why would we be getting rid of star bits, since you need them to unlock some levels? And that's because of Bank Toad being a thing, which we'll get to in the second world. But basically we get all of the star bits we need from another file. So you could technically say it's kind of like an NG plus kind of thing, but it's the main category for whatever reason. I guess the boards are like combined, but the vast majority of people do Bank Toad. Okay, like there I collected a coin, which I didn't necessarily want, but it's fine. Now we skip a decent chunk of the level here. Which also includes the section where the command medal is located. So we don't actually get the command medal in this level, which is one of the few, I think, out of the levels that we visit where we like actually could technically get it. This is like the only one where we don't, because we have Clockwork Ruins, but you don't get like remotely close to it in the one level you do, so I wouldn't count that. And then the last level, you can technically get that one, but it makes 0 difference because the run ends after the boss fight. So Yeah, because that skip is like really easy. You don't even have to make it all the way up there. You can make it like to the lower part. As long as you make it to the island there, you're fine. And it skips like a decent chunk of the level, so like no reason not to go for it. But if you don't, you can grab the combat medal if you really want it on one of the planets there. Anyway, first major boss level, which features one of my least favorite bosses, probably. Because it's really easy to mess up. Thankfully, we don't fight the fiery version in any percent at least, which is the same boss but a lot worse. Anyway, we grab the combat medal and kinda just skip the planet in the middle, since we can long jump into the gravity field here. For some reason the gravity field is like massive there, so you can just jump into it. I remember one time I like nearly fell, so I wall jumped from the wall and I still reached the gravity field. So it's like we don't even really need the long jump, I don't think. Anyway. Okay, nice first phase. Now I don't do the like super fast strats for the second phase, but let's see if the slower ones that I go for at least work out. Nice, okay, cool. Yeah, ideally we don't want him to go below the ground at all, which is easy enough in the first phase, but the second one, the strats for it like are a lot harder, and if you mess up, there isn't really a good way to back up things here, since he kind of just goes wherever, so hence why I go for easier strats on the second phase. But yeah, that's the first visit to World 1 done. We will be back here for a few more stars. But for now, going into World 2, I'm gonna crack open a code one on that.
Nice cutscene.
Yeah, unfortunately we can skip like most cutscenes in either of the Galaxy games, as I've said before. Not the first time you see them at least. Uh, this is like a side question, by the way, but is the game fine on the stream? Because I'm getting encoding overloaded in OBS sometimes, so just to make sure.
It's good to me.
Okay, so
And then on the live feed, it looks good too.
nice. So yeah, there, I guess we're intended to go to the bottom and hit the platforms. So we can make it to the launch star, but like we can easily just backflip and reach it that way. Okay, can just make our way through here. Okay. Here we can do some cool things if we are positioned correctly. That was kind of nice. And like a backflip closer towards where we're going. Okay, I'm gonna abuse my two-player powers here. Because this boss can get pretty annoying, even though he's meant to be really simple.
A question about the game, specifically about the Wiimote. It's
Yeah.
it runs on batteries, right?
Yep.
Has a run ever died to like batteries just dying?
I mean, I'm sure it has happened to someone, but for me, it's not really an issue usually, because I use like really good rechargeables, which I like make sure to recharge before I do runs. But I guess in any percent it would suck because you don't really have a way. Think, because if you take the batteries out of the main Wii mode, it like pauses the game in most places, telling you to like reconnect it. But in the credits, for example, which you have to sit through once in 120 stars and twice in 242, they don't do that, so you can use those to swap batteries, which I have done before. So yeah, it is like uh, it can be scary, I guess, that you have to rely on batteries. You can just, but wired Wii modes would probably be really strange. So
I didn't even know these were a thing.
they aren't, as far as I know. Thank God for that. I think like one of the prototypes for the Wii modes was wired for a GameCube as well, but like actual Wii modes that you can buy, I don't think they make wired.
This Yoshi tech is so sick, by the way.
Oh God. Okay. Ideally, I wanna launch myself right into the star there, but that works as well. And yeah, Yoshi fluttering is really cool. It's like one of the one of my favorite parts about running this game, with the cool flutters that you can do. Okay, so we are gonna do something different here to what we did with the Fluffy Bluff coin Luma, where we'll be getting 15 coins, but we won't actually be doing the planet that it unlocks. Just that it's more convenient to do now. You can waste too much time getting coins from those guys. Okay. Theory, I want at least 7 coins from here. We have exactly that, so nice. 6 would work too, technically, since there is one like nearby where we're going, but we would have to go kinda out of our way, and less than that is just cooked. I mean, there are, you can see some in the background on the left, they're just really far away. Okay. Yeah, we feed the Luma, but then we skip the Lone Star and we go to the regular star. Okay, I like to delay a little bit on the last wall jump, because usually if I go right away, I like get screwed on the edge of the platform and fall all the way down, because they like to do that in this game. We'll be going right back for the 1 star that we skipped, so won't be too long. Of course, we have to wait for Male Toad to reach that exact spot in the circle he's walking for Webba to keep talking. And we have to make sure to click the first star here, because the second one is a different mission that we won't be doing in any %. And if you don't point at anything, it auto-selects the next empty star, so you really have to make sure you're pointing at the correct thing. Oh god. Okay, I actually want some star bits from these guys. Probably could have grabbed the shell above water in that section. I think there are some, but it's fine. If the swimming didn't get really nerfed here compared to Galaxy 1, this would have been perfectly fine, but unfortunately it did. You can't just spam spins anymore, so it was a bit awkward, but hopefully the strat works out at least. Nice, okay. Yeah, normally we are meant to press that blue button on the left to have the water freeze and then skate after the bunny. But we can like manipulate it to walk right towards us and grab it that way by shooting some star bits into it. And speaking of star bits, the bank toad I mentioned earlier, this guy right here, I'm gonna make a quick little withdrawal. Quick little there we go. We need around 5,000. I always get a little more just to be safe. I think you can get away with like 4.8k or something like that.
It's my favorite part of the game.
Feeding the hungry Lumas.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, it can be pretty, especially since you can do like right before it's fully fed, you can like jump towards the button. So I usually just start walking, because when I was trying to do the long jump, I would usually go like too early. So it's like nice when you hit that. Anyway, the most difficult star in the entire game. Okay. I could grab one of those coins in midair there with 2p, so I don't actually collect it, but since I already collected one before, it's not gonna make a difference. But yeah, super long star, that one. And I used to do a route that only did that level there and didn't go back, but the route I'm doing now does the second level, or I guess the first level there as well, so we'll be going back. For Honeybloom 1. Yeah, I might have seen the cursor wasn't even on the screen, because as I said before, if you're like pointing off the screen, you can like auto-select the next empty star on the screen. Skip that power up. Skip this power up. We're gonna grab this power up. Oh, this guy, so we can just slide in, grab the comet medal.
The song sounds like something I'd hear in Yoshi's Woolly World or something.
I haven't played that game yet. I wanna get around. I have it in my Wii U. I just haven't got around to it. Should at some point.
Has those vibes.
Can we grab this? I'm using the B power up like once I get it for pretty much the rest of the level, but there are some strats where you like purposely lose it in a certain part, which makes you like able to go faster, but I just play it safe because I'm not exactly a massive fan of this level. Now we are on to the first actually major boss level of the game. The first Bowser level of the game. Since the first one was Bowser Jr., who was using his pet dragon thing against us. Lava Lair. Or Bowser's Lava Lair, I think is the full name. Oh, nice, okay. That spin can be scary, because if you mistime it, you can like you get into the gravity and then you get out of it because of the spin, so you wanna be careful with that one.
Hello, Seasoner.
Oh,
Oh. Gonna try and see if I can make it up there, but it's fine. Okay. It worked out mostly fine. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we technically didn't need the coin, but that means I have 4 health and I can grab this without losing any time. Because if I dropped down to 3 and I tried grabbing the power up, it would play the little like animation again. So not that I need 6 health for this particular Bowser fight, or any of them really, but it's nice, I guess. And yeah, we used a bit of a skip there to skip a decent chunk of the planet. I think like the way it works when you take lava damage, you have to like bounce at least twice before you can long jump. So that's why we only start long jumping from the second statue and not the first one. Okay, so I'm gonna break those. Really wanna try and bait him to like use his fist punch. There we go, I couldn't think of the word for some reason. Punch as soon as possible. But also to not destroy all the meteors and be like somewhat close to them. So we can hit him. Like here. Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's really funny that the music here is like super dramatic, even though the boss fights themselves are like kinda simple.
isn't
I
it
quite
also a
like.
thing in this game where, in the later Bowser fights, his hitbox just gets smaller for no reason.
Oh yeah, yeah, because if you hit his shell, they can like bounce off, and in this fight it like never really happens at all. But in the other two, it's like way easier for it to happen. And also he like in the second and third fight, he takes less time to like get his fist out of the ground, so that can also mess you up.
I know you brought up the music in the game earlier. I just want to say this OST has some absolute bangers in it.
Read.
Oh, yeah, like Mario, OST always goes like that.
I think there's one for... I forget if it's in 1 or 2. There's a Bowser fight that has a really good OST, but you'd never get to hear like the full-length version of it because you beat the boss fight so fast. I think it's this game. But it might be one.
yeah. I mean, I feel like that can be the case for a lot of things, especially when you're speedrunning, or you like skip the entire level, or fight or whatever.
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, especially if it's a situation where it's a song that's only ever heard once.
Yeah. Okay, this level can be really cool if it goes well. Instead I bonk on the platform, so... Kill that guy, because he has killed me before when I played 1P, and he sniped me when I was near him, so I always try and get rid of him. Oh, okay, well, ideally we wanna make it up there, but I maybe would have been able to somehow, like, force it, but I didn't wanna risk dying, so... Because I had a thing happen once where the cloud, like, glitched me inside of the platform, or the walls that were closing, so I like survived, but obviously can't rely on that happening, so...
I like that it's coming out of his ear.
What?
The pipe.
Oh, like, yeah. Yeah, there are a bunch of... Especially if you play, like, full completion, there's so many things around the starship. Okay, I'll do a mini game here. Another one of two versions of it, even though the other one is the exact same, just wants you to get 100 more points. Not that it's really necessary for this one at all, but we can help ourselves with 2P. Just hitting things that are far away. Gonna have to plug in my headphones because they are dying. I had a feeling it's gonna happen during the run, but fine. Can use one of the downtimes to plug them in real quick.
That music kind of did not fit that ice stage at all.
What, you mean the first one or in the minigame?
The whole stage.
Oh, we'll get to listen to it again, because doing one more level in there. Which, hopefully we can hit the cycle. Okay, nice. That was pretty close, but we did it. Because if you don't get it with the first power-up, it can be pretty awkward, so... What we did. Because if you grab the other one, it doesn't respawn until it runs out, so... There is a backup you can go for, but it's like really tight. And another power-up here is like on the other side of this, of where the statue is, so it's like... I have actually hit the tight backup that I mentioned, like randomly, I think in my current PB even, but yeah, I wouldn't rely on it. Okay, so
While we're
here,
here. Yeah.
oh, were you gonna
Critch.
say anything?
Yeah, we got a 20-pound donation from the man, Critch himself, saying, "Keep it up. Let's try and get this as high as possible." That leads us with 320 pounds donated thus far.
Yo. Thanks for the GLGL in the chat as well. Oh god, I had a feeling that's gonna happen. I was gonna spin as well, but it was too late. Surely that leaves me with a more favorable cycle, right? Oh, I got the frame perfect thing there as well. Oh, but I have to wait here anyway, because I don't think I would have made it over there. So it doesn't really actually do anything for me, but it's fine. Go! Okay. I was gonna say it was probably a bad idea, but I made it over.
This is one of the few Mario games I really enjoyed as a kid. I'm actually, like, in terms of Mario games, I usually don't play them too often, but this one I really liked.
Yeah, can I backflip by any chance? Thanks. Where is he going? Okay, this is... really scuffed, but as long as we get there. I mean, the strides I do here normally are really scuffed, but this is super... Oh, where is he going? This was super scuffed, Jesus Christ.
We got through it in the end, though.
Yeah, I was trying to shoot out star bits there, and I accidentally pressed 1B B button when I was aiming at the flower, so my bad. But yeah, I haven't really played many Mario games as a... I guess it depends what you mean, because I played some of them on like emulators. I think the only one that I played on like which wasn't even an actual Nintendo console, it was like a knockoff. And we had Super Mario Brothers, like the original NES one. What I really remember about it is that because I was like really young and I used to be scared of Bowser's 2D sprite for some reason.
This game has some scary moments, I guess.
Yeah, we are literally in a scary level right now.
It's also like a really cool concept for an enemy here. I forget what they're called, but they just eat the floor.
Yeah. Sometimes they make you hole in one right into the holes. Whenever I like long jump there and I land right into a hole and die, I like to call that a hole in one. Feed another Luma. Okay, that kinda worked out. I'm like halfway to the button. Beat Block Galaxy.
Before you started up... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. You can go.
I was just gonna say, before you started up, I mentioned I played this game as a kid growing up. Like, seeing these levels is just taking me back. Because like before the run happened, I couldn't remember like barely any levels. But now that I'm seeing them, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, that's... As I said, I haven't really played Mario games as a kid, so I haven't really experienced that, but I was more of a PlayStation kid, personally.
Same.
Oh, saved?
I grew up with a PlayStation, then a PlayStation 2, and then an Xbox 360. I didn't really have Nintendo.
I mean, yeah, we only had the, like, knockoff console, if you want to count that. It had some Nintendo games on it, but other than that, we didn't have like an actual Nintendo console. So I don't know what the hell happened there, but I survived in the end.
Saved.
But yeah, what I wanted to mention is that there are a few levels like that, and I kind of like the mechanic where it like changes things depending on like the beat of the music. Anyway, we are going back to World 1. And we are essentially doing the first level of the game, but with a time limit and shorter.
Literal speedrun built into the game.
Yeah, except they call them speed run with a space between speed and run, so they're fake. Nintendo trying to fit in with the kids.
And there are two different types. I think both are in this one, where it's like you get a short amount of time, but there are like the clocks that give you more time, and then the ones where you just have a single big time limit from the beginning.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go the other way. Fine. So-called speed run. I've seen more games do that as well. There's Astro's Playroom on the PS5 that also calls them. They have like speedrun levels, and it's called speedrun. It's two separate words. But then the speedrun.com leaderboards call it network speedruns without the space. So you can really tell who's real and who's not. Yeah, we have a few more levels. Yeah,
Bless you.
thanks. To do here before we go back to World 3. This is another type of comet. I think they're called like romp comets or something like that, where you just have to kill a bunch of enemies in a time limit. Okay, ideally not running out of the power-up, because that then plays like the slow animation that we had the first time we got it, so ideally we want to get them without running out, but we might run out here. Yep, it literally ran out the moment I grabbed the other one. Fine. Oh, and this guy, of course, he had to go like all the way to the... Okay.
I just
Okay,
realized there's like birds in outer space.
Yeah, I never really thought about that either, actually. But yeah, we skipped this Hungry Luma earlier because we didn't have star bits for it. But now we do, so... This is kinda similar to the beat block level, but instead of the music beat, we change things by spinning. So like these panels are gonna flip every time I spin. And we can do some cool jumps here, but they haven't really been working out for me that well, so I'm gonna skip some of them, but I'll do some later. Oh god. Okay, I'm just gonna go past this normally. Okay, I kinda wanna get this.
That looks so fun.
Yeah, it's really cool when it works out. Okay, well I was holding that and then 2P betrayed me and stopped holding it.
Betrayal.
But we survived, so it's all good. Yeah, you can do like more there. There are two near the beginning, but they are like really awkward because you do them from like one of the panels to another. So like as you flip, the one you were standing on like goes away. So it's like a lot more awkward. Those that I did there were from like solid ground, so they weren't as awkward. Yeah, next up we have Touchrang, which is a giant tree. Surprisingly, I wouldn't have guessed by the level name. And we're supposed to be using Yoshi here, but we don't have time for that, so we're just gonna get up the tree our own way. Would have guessed elephant.
This is the level with the giant slide.
It is, but we won't be doing the giant slide in any percent. Because it's in Touchrang too.
I don't know why, I just remember really not liking this level because I thought this slide was hard.
Oh, yeah, in Touchrang 2, you just have to get to the bottom, but in the Comet of this level, you have to collect purple coins on the slide, which can be rough. And then there is a green star on the slide as well that I really don't like. Anyway, we kinda used Yoshi there in some unconventional ways.
Yoshi, no. Yeah, don't show this VOD to Tyler.
Yeah, we do a lot of Yoshi abuse, you could say, but It's for the greater good, I promise.
It's also par for the course. Pretty much every Mario game that has Yoshi does some sort of sacrifice of Yoshi at some point.
Yeah, it's just how the cookie crumbles.
Greater good. You know.
Oh. We overpopulated invasive species. Yeah, exactly. I'm just doing the world a favor. Okay, that was a bit too awkward, but... Oh god. Okay, this is... I was gonna try and land like low on the blue wall. I think that makes it work out like better with the wall jumps, but it did not work out better with the wall jumps as we could have seen. It's fine though. That's what having 3 hit points is for. Okay, now. It's been a while since we fought the previous boss. Now we are going on to another one. And hopefully this level goes well, because it's really cool when it does. We can skip like basically everything. Can you? Oh god. Bruh. Did they really fire it like that? And here we are gonna flutter without spinning. Usually we spin before we start fluttering, but that makes us gain like horizontal speed really quickly, but not vertical. So if we wanna go like more vertically, we don't wanna spin. Anyway, that went mostly fine. Now, what about the boss fight? Surely motion controls aren't gonna be funky at all. Ideally, we wanna have a bullet bill from the previous phase here, but it can get a little awkward with the mid-air ones if we do, so I actually kinda prefer just using 2 from here instead of 1 from the previous phase. Okay, of course we leave Yoshi there in the space alone by himself. Road 4. This world has some interesting levels. But first we have to feed another Luma. Sweet Mystery. I sometimes mix this level up with Sweet Galaxy from Galaxy 1. The names are like really similar.
Donuts. This background making me hungry, I'm not gonna lie.
No end here, because probably would have lost speed there. That would have been bad. Okay, you can go away now. Oh god. Okay, this is actually bad, because if I... Oh man. Okay, well... It was... What? I didn't even know this has multiple fucking... Oh god, okay. Yeah, this is awkward. So now I have to long jump for a bit before I find where I can finally die. Probably could have dismounted into the star, but I didn't want to risk missing and falling all the way down again, so played it safe. And we have yet another funky level right after this. So we're gonna be skipping a lot of this level. Hopefully it goes well.
Would have blown my 11-year-old mind.
Yeah, this level is really cool when it goes well, but really rough when it goes bad. There is also an alternate version of that skip I did to this planet where you can land on the toad mushroom thing instead. Nice, okay. Have to be careful about the ground pounds there as well, because I have messed them up sometimes where I like take damage instead, and this boss fight is really awkward to do after that happens. So, is this like one of the longest runs in the event, or do we have anything longer?
I can look at the schedule. For this day, I think this is the longest run. Kingdom Hearts
Yeah,
2 was kind of long from the estimates. Metroid Prime as well.
Yeah, because the last month I did the first in-person Czechoslovak marathon, and I also ran this game for it, and it was one of, if not the longest run in the event, so...
Muscle League is the longest run when we reach 1,000 pounds. Crazy work.
You know.
Didn't we reach like a certain threshold for Axie to play it, and then they just never played it? Not this year, obviously, but...
Oh,
True.
I didn't want that. Oh, okay, well. It'd be nice to make that, but... Bop, bop, bop.
Let's go. Another one.
Yep. Only like how many? 38 plus the final boss.
Do you know Shishki?
Do I know what?
Shishki. I might be pronouncing it wrong.
Oh,
Sh-
are you
it's
trying
li-
to speak Slovak to me?
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Why?
I was just looking up pictures of them, and they look delicious.
Interesting.
I was like, when you were on the level with all the food in the background, I'm like, I wonder what kind of like sweets they have over there.
I didn't know if you were talking about a food or a person.
Yes,
When you
that
said
person
do
looks
you,
delicious.
but when you
Hey
said do
yo.
you know, and then you just said a word, I'm like, oh, is this just a username of a person I'm not familiar with?
No.
That would be kind of wild. They look delicious.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Oh, well, that didn't work. Can make it so the green platform like slowly starts tilting. So it's like nicely ready for the guy, but thankfully with 2P I can just freeze him. I don't have to wait for another one. Okay, so here we can make this. If we played 1P, we would have had to wait for the second one, because there's no way to make it for that one, but again, 2P comes in clutch. Then we just wait on the button here. For some reason they don't have you go to the left there to do anything, you kinda just wait. Okay, now a level I still kinda have PTSD from, because I once had my game crash here after finishing the level. I had like a disk error thing. So thankfully the game has autosave, like forced autosave. Like that pop-up right there was the game saying that it has saved. So Jesus Christ. So like worst case, we'll be fine. But yeah, I mean it only happened once, but whenever like a game crash happens to me, I like always think about it afterwards. Just how it be. Especially with a game that doesn't really crash otherwise.
Yeah,
Like
I'm the
this one.
same.
Is that Pac-Man?
The game really wants you to use the spring, but you're like, no, not until I absolutely have to.
Yeah. You can do this section pretty easily with Luigi without the spring. That's what we do for the green star, but with Mario, you're better off just taking the spring.
because Mario doesn't jump high enough?
Yeah. I think you can make it maybe potentially with Mario, but it's just like awkward.
I'm still shocked they put Pac-Man in.
Oh, wait, you mean the chomps?
There was like a bunch of star bits that were shaped like Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we go back to World 2. Okay, these are the... I think we haven't had a purple coin comet yet, so... But, of course, they also have to give us a timer and clones. So this is like a 3-in-1 combo, pretty much. Which, yeah, another big advantage of 2P is that we can grab these coins like without having to go back for them if we miss some. Okay. Now, we skipped this level entirely the first time we were here, so... New level in World 2, nearly 2 hours into the run. We're gonna be doing a funny skip here as well, that I hope is gonna work out. So instead of using the ramp here like a normal person, gonna do this. There's an alternate version of that skip that's like newer, and the one I'm using is really ancient, but it works for me most of the time, so I haven't bothered learning the newer one.
That's very relatable.
Oh. Ideally we wanna hit the guy in like one go, because the power up has like a limited... Oh, there we go. Okay, at least on the last hit I got it. But yeah, we skipped like, I think, a pretty big amount of the level, because the planet I think we have to kill like all the enemies on the planet that we skipped to be able to progress. So yeah. The routing in this game is really impressive, by the way. Like there, could have seen I was in the like below area of the ship, and then it's like routed in a way that I get a letter like at the same time, so it warps me back up, and I don't have to make my way there myself. So shoutouts to the people that do the routing. So this skip without the power-up is a lot easier. And this level with 2 controllers is also a lot easier. There is a soft walk that can happen here where for some reason the game just gets stuck as you like give him the Goomba. I think I had that happen once, and I don't think anyone really knows why it happens. It's a fun one. I think it was thought it happens when he's standing like right on one of the spots where the poles spawn that like surround the area, the 4 orange ones, but then I've seen someone say that's not the case, so I don't know actually. I think I've seen the soft walk happens when he like wasn't standing in them either, so it's a mystery. Not a sweet one, unfortunately, like the one in World 4. Oh. You usually mash the A button when entering levels, because in some levels you can walk right away, but in most levels you get like kind of stunned as you land. But if you jump on the first frame you land, you can move immediately, so I try and get that, but sometimes I mash too much and I jump twice, so that's fun. Oh, okay, that's also fun. Oh god, I'm trying to... Can I go around the thing? There we go.
This is a remix of that one song from that one game.
Oh. Oh, and I didn't grab the pepper, that's awesome. You can do a thing to launch ourselves all the way up. We could technically do this in the first level as well, but since there's a command medal that's like in the other section there, we can't really, since we need the command medal. Okay, we go back to the previous level again. to do a really not fun comet. It can be super annoying. The one thing that really helps here is knowing that you can jump and press Z to get out of the power up. Because otherwise it's really awkward if you... I used to not know that and it was like really awkward. Oh god. Okay. Killed so many there, the game lagged. Okay. I've been a bit faster on the last ones, but it's fine. Honestly, as long as I do that one without failing, I take that as a W.
How many Goombas could you take in a fight?
That's a question. I mean... they're not big, so... probably a couple. I'm also not much of a fighter, so I don't know if I dare to say like a big number. But I would say like 10 probably is a safe bet.
I feel like
Depends.
how
Depends on if they want to fight individually or stack on top of each other like they do in Odyssey. Same fight as before, but with a timer on the screen. There's a bunch of comments like this actually where they have you do pretty much the same stars but with a timer. So I spun there without even seeing the spinning animation. That was interesting.
Yeah, there are a lot of the comments where it's like, do this thing, but with an extra, like, with an added thing. You're like, oh, you have a time limit, or you only have 1 health.
Yeah. Thankfully, we don't do any of the 1 HP ones in any percent, I don't think, because they can be stressful in completion. Anyway, that's the... I think that's the last... Wait, no, I mean technically we'll be backtracking to World 4 after the boss, but other than that I think we'll only be going back to previous worlds for comets at the end of the run. I I was trying to open the Yoshi egg, not grab a coin there, but okay, I'll take it. Can grab like all of those at once if you walk like perfectly in between them, but that's like really awkward to do, especially here. The camera isn't even fully behind you. Oh, okay, Yoshi didn't feel like eating the thing, that's fine. Okay. One more star in Flipsville.
I wonder if this is the game where Nintendo started their like PNG background phase. Because I've noticed this in other games.
On the left there, you could have noticed there was no wall on that house from one side for whatever reason. Wait, what do you mean PNG background?
So like when the star shows for this level, it had like a blank PNG background.
Oh,
They do that in other games too. Like I know in 3D World, the original cover basically had that. And there's other instances as well. Yeah, I'm re-looking at the cover. The whole top half of Super Mario 3D World is just like a blank PNG background. Nice. This just in from LP3. If we reach 1K, Axie has to RKO their partner. Axie says, put her in the master lock.
Oh my god!
F5 through the table.
No, if it's not, surely it would be a 3D through a table, not an F5.
PGSK probably very confused right now.
yeah, a little bit.
It's pro wrestling stuff, don't worry about it.
Yeah, like I say I'm ill. I don't know if you can hear it in the voice. I'm a bit kind of. And I hope it doesn't get worse because I want to go to Forbidden Door tomorrow. I don't want to have to not go because I'm ill.
On mic, you just sound like a bit nasally, but doesn't sound too bad.
No, don't disrespect Axie like that. Axie is so much better than a skull-crushing finale. No, that is disrespect.
Oh,
He's the playmaker.
no. Wolf jumped into the thing. He's trying to be hasty and be in the star as it spawns. Fine.
Like the squatting there. Good tech.
Yeah. Just to like go slower and not fill up the space with clones. Okay, now after 35 minutes we have another boss level. You have to be very careful to grab the combat medal here, because missing a combat medal in a Bowser level would be tragic, because you have to finish the entire level for it to count, so we would have to refight Bowser to get it. Okay, there's a skip, or there's multiple skips, or I guess multiple versions of a skip we can do in this level, but they are either really difficult or not very worth it, so I just do that part the intended way. We'll see a skip in the comet, though, near the end. Oh, would have been epic if I got a double arc in a marathon run, but it's fine. I didn't really want it anyway. Okay, now this Bowser fight is a little harder than the previous one. First we do 2 loops around to let Bowser let some anger out with punching the ground. Okay, now we're gonna try... Did that work? It did, nice. Yeah, we are trying to delay the hit there, so he like immediately drops meteors in the second. Because normally I think he would do another punch before dropping the meteors. Like, if we delay the hit, we basically skip that. Nice. Okay, now I'm really confused what's being talked about in the chat, but
Everyone's debating about pro wrestling.
Yeah.
oh,
Don't worry.
And we're trying to not to interrupt you while you're talking about this, so we're just doing it in the chat.
fair enough. So, yeah, now that we are finally out of World 4, we're gonna go right back into World 4. Because we realized we actually want a quick vacation on an island. And that we don't want to play Super Mario Sunshine. So the next best thing is going to Starshine Beach, right here. Wait, no, we had silver stars in Flipswell. I was gonna say that this is the first level with silver stars, but that's a filthy lie. Can you grab the crab? Thank you.
Mr. Krabs, no.
Walk up all the way to the cage, because they can be really awkward if we don't. Looks like we got a good angle. We got a really good angle, nice. And then we got a bad angle from the tower itself, that's fine. Oh, okay. It was a little more to the left, I would have been able to dismount right into the star, but it's fine. So, yeah, that is a sneaky command medal. It's like, because most of them are usually like right along the way, but that one is like really off, so you have to not forget about it.
We got a raid from Super Mario Maker Iddy. Thanks for the raid, with 9 people joining in.
Yo.
See the schedule, and all the donations go towards the Trevor Project. You can see the link in the pin comment.
Okay. Now we have a funny skip here. Sure, it's gonna work first try. Zero issues. Okay. We take those. There's meant to be like a lot more to the level. We're meant to go to the right, the big building on the water, swim like down, then into it, like all the way to the top. We press a button to spawn a cloud power up, I think. Then we have to make it using like some boat thingies to the tower to like make it up. I mean, it's like a whole process, but instead we can just skip all of that with the skip. Can I be taken to the orb in the distance by any chance? Okay, that was not particularly amazing, but it works. Okay, now we look up away from the explosion to save those precious frames. We kind of just make our way to the end of the level, not getting shocked by anything. Well, consider me shocked. I usually always hit at least one of the electric balls there.
That stage was electrifying.
Yeah.
It's really gonna spark some conversation. 46 for a split second.
Oh, nice backflip. Okay, now a level where the devs probably got like nostalgic for Galaxy 1 or something, because it's just really they even reuse music from Galaxy 1 for this one, which I think is like the only case in the entire game where the second star has entirely different music than the first one.
They should remix this song with that one song in Celeste that sounds kind of like this song. At least the intro. The rest, not so much.
Oh, I love spin bonks. Yeah, there we are supposed to kill the 2 red enemies to spawn a green one, I think. With spring on top of it. We can use the bounce into the star, but instead we can just do a triple jump. Or if we mess up the triple jump, we can backflip, I think, from the corners into the star, so we can really do our absolute best not to have to murder those innocent enemies.
Hooray for pacifism!
Yeah, at least when it fits, you know, our... I don't know what word I'm looking for. At least when it's beneficial for us is what I'm trying to say.
It should be a Char run where you just don't run over any pedestrians. That'll be pacifist %.
Yeah, that would not be annoying to run at all, I don't think.
Set to kill. Would just be awful.
Yeah, we skipped another pretty big part of the level there.
Oh, this is the level with like the weird people up there.
We turn our camera here, because I don't think I even mentioned this, but... Oh god, I might be... Oh, okay. That was scary. The psychos in this game basically only work when you're looking at things. So if something's off screen, it basically despawns.
If you can't
So-
see it, it's not there.
Yeah, so we kinda abused that there. Speaking of abusing things, we abuse 2P to hold the coconuts in place. $49. For some reason, they upped it to 70 stars again for the last boss in this game. Because in SMG1 you only need 60. And I'm saying again because in Mario 64 you also needed 70 stars for the final boss.
I wonder if it's because it's more like world-based rather than hub-based.
Yeah. I mean, you have like a whole boss in Galaxy 1 that you don't even have to fight in engine room. You know, in any person, we don't even do the boss fight there. Checkpoint there just in case. And we're gonna try and do a tiny little skip here. You can see the Comet Medal there, but no worries, we'll be back for that one. Yeah, the Comet Medals only spawn in the first levels of each level, but since we're gonna be doing a secret star that takes place in the first level, it still spawns in, so uh, we can just get it there. Come on! I was clicking on the... Yeah, well, now I have to wait for the cutscene because it auto-selected the wrong star. Oh man. I should be using the analog stick for the easiest work because the motion controls screw up in the worst possible times.
Yeah, trusting motion controls is pretty much always a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, unlike Galaxy One, you can use the analog stick and I think the D-pad as well to select stars, so I was really thinking about doing that for these. Then have you like revisit the first level before or without having the second one complete. I was gonna say before, but we aren't gonna be doing the second one in this category at all.
I'll be so afraid to run like a game with motion controls.
Yeah, it can be really awkward.
There's in Kirby Forgotten Land, there's like a game where you like tilt the Switch cons, and it just feels awful. I can't imagine doing like 100% and having to do that.
Yeah, like there's a reason why, at least for me, there were 2 Wii games that at certain points I was either thinking about running or did like semi-blind runs of, and in both cases they're ones where I could just use a GameCube controller.
Which ones were they?
Smash Brawl and Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, both of them you can just play through the entire games with GameCube controllers.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Okay, for some reason my spin didn't come out in time and I bonked and died, so we get to do this again. Thank God we can skip that entire section by just long jumping towards the star, because you're meant to follow the snake blocks, taking like twists and turns between the ghosts there and stuff, and it goes fast and it's scary, so you kind of have to do it in green stars, because you can't just jump to the green star like that, but with the regular star at least you can skip it. And green stars, for anyone wondering, are post-game content, pretty much. Or post-game content, you could say, because it's after you get all 120 stars, regular stars. So you have to watch the end credits twice to get there. Oh, Good one. Nice. Oh, okay. Once again, consider me shocked that I didn't get shocked there.
Yeah, that looked very close.
Yeah, I usually always take damage there when getting the Comet Medal, because the Psycho like doesn't work out for me. But this time it did, so yay.
Woo.
Except the first part of the level could have been better, but can't have them all. Wait, that's here. I was gonna go to a different level. So, as I was mentioning the box game at like the very beginning of the run, this is the second one. Okay, at least here I got the cool movement at the beginning. Oh. Did I actually avoid all those coins? Crazy. Okay, as usual. Not particularly amazing, but these you can do, like, if you position the 2P Luma correctly in between those like 4 stacks of boxes, you can break all 4 of them at once. I was trying to do that at the beginning, but I only got 2 of them, so that's a bit annoying. We unfortunately have to make our way to the button, because they couldn't have routed it, so you get a letter for all of those, I guess. Okay, we can do a funny thing here. I wonder if it's gonna work out. Nice. Basically, if we jump before getting the power up, we can land, and then instead of skating, we'll be running around, which is a lot more convenient, because I think it's technically slower, but it's a lot easier to hit them like this than it is while skating. A little off from the start, but that's fine. Okay, now, speaking of repeating minigames, now we're gonna do another familiar minigame. Okay. Maybe could have landed that without the cloud, but wanted to be safe. And yeah, this is basically the same one we've seen before, but we need 600 instead of 500 points, which is considerably less scary to do with 2 controllers than it is with 1. Like, when I played, or I tried to like improve my PB with 1P, I was always like really scared of this level. Because it's actually like pretty easy to fail. Okay. Now, another Bowser Jr. boss fight, because as you might have noticed, it alternates from Bowser Jr. to Bowser Sr. Because the first one was Bowser Jr., then was Bowser in World 2, and same with 3 and 4. And of course it's gonna be the same with 5 and 6 as well. We might see the remains of the previous, or not previous, of the World 3 boss here actually. It took me a while to realize that. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, we can do a thing where we launch ourselves into the head of one of those enemies from the first cannon, immediately killing them, but it can be scary, because if we do the cannon shot wrong, we can either launch ourselves into space and die, or take damage on the enemy and die, so I just do it safe way now. There I tried to have 2 clouds for this part. I technically only need 1, but especially with Mario. Oh, yeah, I barely made that with 2 clouds, so probably would have been screwed if I didn't have Here I'm also trying to not have to use up a cloud, so I can have it for the next phase. Alrighty, the final world of this run. We'll be backtracking for some stars, as I've mentioned before, for some quick comments. But otherwise, this is the last world of any percent. There is world S, technically, after, but that's a post-game. And obviously we don't do post-game in any percent. Melty Monster. Another level name that's really similar to Melty Molten Galaxy from SMG1.
I wonder what those lava guys eat all day. Or if they're just sustained off of lava.
Interesting question. Probably gonna have to take damage here. Fine. Oh, what? Okay, well, that's why we grabbed the 6-up for Italian plumbers. Yeah, Luigi probably lost a couple lives to them already. That's why he was waiting at the beginning of the level. That's not where I meant to go, but okay. Oh god. Okay, might take another damage here. Okay, gonna try and be cool. Yeah, I've heard if you wanna be a plumber in Italy, you actually need to have experience with space travel across galaxies, trying to save a princess from a monster. It's like a required thing to become a plumber in Italy.
He's also a painter sometimes. What other job titles has Mario had?
Doctor.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
doctor.
Yeah.
Teacher?
I guess that counts.
Because
Yeah.
there are like Mario fronted like kids edutainment games. So I don't know if Mario counts as a teacher.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I
if
can
it's
see.
just... I mean, he's mainly a plumber though, the other ones are just side hustles. Gonna
He's
be
a tennis
funny
player? Soccer
skip
as
at
well?
at the end here. Hopefully it works out. Instead of taking the zigzag there, we just skip it. So the walls can be funny and we don't want to deal with that. Side hustling being a doctor.
Yep, something that is the Venn diagram. Side hustle being a doctor. On one side you've got Mario, on the other side you've got David Tennant.
No.
And the lack of
Okay.
reaction tells me that no one understood that joke.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Is that a UK thing?
Like the TV show Doctor Who.
It's a UK thing.
Now we play some bowling. Speaking of sports.
Let's go bowling. Or whatever the actual line of dialogue is.
Oh, I also forgot he's an Olympic athlete that can compete with the likes of Sonic the Hedgehog.
That is a fantastic reference.
I've actually heard that, but I have no clue where it comes from. I am
I am the
disabled.
Oh no, someone corpsed. Send for the man.
That one works twice as well in my communities because you got the music lovers and you got the pro wrestling fans.
Okay, here we are really gonna help ourselves with the second Wiimote. We need 30 coins, and we don't wanna get our hands dirty too much, so instead we're gonna let 2P do most of the work. Oh god. But, brother man. Okay, well at least I got an... I was trying to jump on the guy there to get an extra coin, but it's fine. Ten coins here, and we get one more from here. Plumber doesn't want the dirty hands. Yeah, I mean, you know. When have you seen Mario do actual plumber work? Like, you think he actually does his job?
He goes in pipes sometimes. Does that count?
No.
Fair enough.
And yeah, that's all we do in that level, because it's too long to do anything else in it. So we don't even get the combat medal.
Season,
Our
are
level
you?
that might look familiar to people.
Wait a minute, I think I've seen this.
God, I'm dying.
Wait a minute.
You wanna? It's only good if the speed tech is the... Yeah, I mean, so far it's playing out exactly the same as I remember it from SM64.
Now all we need to do is wait another, like, 20 minutes and there'll be a backwards long jump, right?
Yeah. Obviously. Really need to be careful with the big guy, because if he hit me once, he would instantly kill me. Anything that like squishes you in this game just kills you instantly. Both here and Galaxy 1. Okay, we have Throwback 2, where we collect silver stars again. We don't wanna be close to those guys when they're going up either, because they can sometimes decide to kill us anyway. There is only one level, I think, where that has happened to me. Or two, I guess, if we count Galaxy 1, but still scary. I mean, have you seen any owl being used? I haven't, so... Oh, that was a gold apparently. Like a really tiny one, but... we take it.
PGSK takes Owl Skip to a whole nother level.
To another game, even. Okay, now the final Hungry Luma. Feeding. Enjoy it while it lasts. Didn't necessarily mean to eat the Goomba there, but sure.
We got a tier 1 subscription from Bean of Universe 3000 saying, "Hi everyone." Hello, Bean.
It's pretty fitting for a being of the universe to get here during a Super Mario Galaxy game. No, universe, I know. Anyway, if anyone was hoping to take a 3.5-minute nap at any point, now is the perfect time, because this level is a bit of a sleep fest.
Very slow-paced level, even casually. From what I remember, at least.
Yeah. You kind of just ride the shell. And you take a
I quite
turn
like it.
into a wall here to get a comet medal.
Would you say this level is good for if there are things to be read?
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
Hint, hint.
I don't
Are
think
there
we've
things to
gotten...
be read?
No, not yet. We do have donations coming in for the Trevor project. The link is in the pinned comment, so you can go ahead and check that if you want to donate anything. And yeah, all the proceeds will go towards that. We've raised £320 total thus far, which is already surpassing the goal that we had from the beginning of raising just $200. I keep saying dollars, but I know it's pounds, but you know, I'm an American, so.
Near we got coin OS. If I didn't grab one of the coins there they're like really hard to dodge because you don't wanna try too hard because you can hit the wall and break the shell. But if you don't try hard enough, just go into the center and grab it. But it is what it is. It only loses like a second when the text box shows up, so it's not a big deal.
These are crazy comments.
Okay, now that we have a path towards the final boss, all we need is enough stars to unlock it, so we go back to previous worlds to get some... God damn it, to get some comet medals. Comets. Quick comet stars. BOJ, unfortunately we can't BOJ past the star barrier right into the Bowser level.
Yeah, no B. Lyndon Johnson's here.
We can do a different skip there though, but we still need to have 70 stars prior, so...
I feel like you would think that sounds disgusting, but I swear to you, an American palate would like unironically like that.
Which is why I said
Bacon
it.
lettuce jelly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
An Elvis.
I've had. I went to America. God, when was this? Like 10 years? No, more than 10 years ago.
Fourscore.
I had a jelly donut. It was rancid. It was so vile.
I don't like our jelly donuts here. They're like, they're either too sweet or way too tart. I've talked about this before on comms for some reason.
Because I'd heard, oh, jelly, like what the Americans call jelly, and what we call jam, is not that dissimilar. So I know I'll just get a jelly donut, and it'll be basically the same. It was foul.
So now we are in the rhythm-based level. That's not rhythm-based at all, so that's fun. It's just changing way faster.
Yoshino.
You say Yoshino, what I like to say is Ribobozo.
Riposa. Ain't no way.
Wait, is there... where's my cursor? Damn it.
I wonder how shishki tastes in comparison to like a donut. How do I spell that?
I went to BSG. Was that like 2 weeks ago? Actually, it was less than a week ago. And genuinely, I went into the Lidl near the event hotel, and they were some of the best donuts like I've ever eaten. They were so nice. Just in like a random Dutch Lidl. They were amazing.
So we are gonna do a bit of a scary skip here. Hopefully it works. Because it usually either works or it works after like several tries, so I hope it's the former.
That is insane tech.
Yeah, just a funny little skip.
Yeah, this game's gravity fields are stupid.
Yeah, speaking of gravity fields, whoever came up with the last section there, with the two planets being like right next to each other, is evil. Because you like jump a little too high and it flips you back to the other one. Yeah, that worked, so... Yay. Because there are things that can happen there, like if you... I think if you take too long, when you're like falling, you can fall through the ground when you land, or if you go like too far to the left, something like that. So, I'm always worried about that happening. However, when I spin something with 2p and it like lets go as I do that, that's awesome. Okay, we can skip this entire corner technically, but I'm not gonna do that.
What the fuck?
Taiwan.
That wasn't just me, right?
No, that was that was Ty.
Okay, I genuinely thought like my lap. I thought something. I thought I was going mad. Like I thought that like a tab that I didn't for some reason like I'd accidentally forgot to close was playing that was just like playing some random music, and I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from?
I'm so sorry, PGSK.
I don't know what's happening.
I sent Ty like a recipe video for shishki, and the song used was like a Cletus song, and I thought it was really funny.
Oh, and he played it on the stream.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, I shouldn't even need to check my other tabs, because the only tab I have open other than Discord is the tab with the stream on it, so that I can see chat.
We do have a
Even though
Discord
I thought I was
tab.
going mad.
We do have a Discord tab, and not just use the app. Okay.
I mean, you said you wanted some some comms to fill the empty air sometimes, so I'm hoping this is okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost there. We only have one more level, and then the final one.
Estimate's looking good for that then.
Yeah, depends mostly on how the last level goes. Can you send me the video, by the way, that was played on stream?
Yeah.
I'm really curious.
I'll DM it to you. You can check it out after.
Oh god.
I'll send it a season or two.
I won't watch it.
You never know when you're gonna need to learn the recipe.
So again, we're abusing two-player all over the place. There is a Yoshi there, but it's not particularly necessary when we have 2P. Okay, now for the funniest skip in the game, also known as PIS, or Purple Idiot Skip. And you may take a wild guess who the Purple Idiot is supposed to be.
Waluigi.
No. So there's supposed to be a cutscene when you step on the like little circle before the boss. But if you just click the galaxy, you go there directly, just skipping the cutscene. So that's the skip.
Yeah, it's the cutscene. I'm not sure exactly what happens, but it's basically a conversation where he's like, "Well, it's time for the final battle," and you just skip that conversation entirely.
Yeah, it saves like 40 something seconds, I think. Because usually you would use the analog to like navigate the map, but there specifically you wanna... I think it's always technically faster to click things, because it goes faster towards it, but usually it's more convenient to use the analog stick, especially since it doesn't make much of a difference if it's something right next to you. But there specifically you really wanna click.
Oh, pardon me.
Okay, it was a bit too awkward, but we made it past. Here we actually want to collect those star bits, because for some reason they really lag the game. Okay, thought I might grab that. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I was expecting that to happen.
Can I... Okay. That was awkward, but we got up there eventually. Okay, and one more big skip before the final boss. So we don't spin again, because we wanna make it all the way up here. Do a little quarter. So we don't get screwed on the actual one. Whoa, okay, we barely landed that. Even if we didn't, we would get the checkpoint. Because shoutout Stoopy. But yeah, we don't need the combat medal here, obviously, since this is the final boss. If this was 120 stars, we would be doing something a bit different. Because we need to take a detour for the combat medal. The boss fight's basically the same as the previous two, just slightly altered. Here instead of a ring, lasers go in a different pattern. And he also drops 3 meteors instead of just 2 again. Try the same thing. Oh, come on. Yep, that was the thing we were talking about where it bounced off of his fucking shell. Okay, that's definitely good enough. He was already gonna punch again. I'm kinda surprised the meteors didn't break with how late that was. Boom. And he's finally dead. Never coming back.
Fatality.
All we have to do is grab the Grand Star and we'll be done. There's just no way. Bowser glitch.
Bowser.
I cannot believe this. Bowser ate my 316.
I think this is the song I was talking about earlier. This song is so good if you listen to the full version.
He cheated. Yet somehow Bowser survived. Okay, Shadowy now he's like actually dead though. Okay, this is either gonna be barely a 317 or a 318. But the time ends when I touch the Grand Star, so... Come on. And... time. 318 flat on my end.
Wow, GG.
Did the fake out on way to end with the easiest boss? Yeah, kind of. It's kind of similar to my last marathon run. I also got like a 318 something.
I'm so sad that boss fight didn't last longer. Just because the soundtrack's so good for it.
Yeah, I mean I could have stalled, but we're already kind of close to the estimate, so...
Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't have asked you to, but I'm just saying.
But yeah, well, that's Galaxy 2. We kind of have an unskippable cutscene and credits, which, I mean, I assume we are not gonna be sitting through, so thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for the GGs. If you wanna drop me a follow, perhaps, on twitch.tv/PlayerGameSK, that would be awesome. I stream mainly Mario games recently, but I do a bunch of other things like Crash, Spyro, and whatnot. If you know the 1545, that's like mainly what I do these days. But I'm planning to try some Sonic games as well. So yeah, I don't know what run we have after this, but GL in advance.
Yeah, GL. Next run will be Seasoner and Sam doing a race of Toy Story Racer.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo.
Toy Story Racers.
Yeah. We're watching the whole cutscene here. We're appreciating this music.
Yeah, this is where you would take a break if you were doing a completion run, because you get like 5 minutes or something of unskippable credits.